Hey, what's up, guys? Just wanted to do another Child's Play review or horror review, and this next one's going to be Bride of Chucky. Now, this is the one where they finally stopped calling them Child's Play movies and started to call them basically the Chucky films, if you will. Um, this is when they sort of changed the direction that Child's Play went, which I don't think's a bad thing. A lot of people hate on this movie for that. Honestly, I don't really see how you can make Child's Play, Chucky the doll scary anymore after however many movies they made. And the fact is, the franchise would have just gotten stale. I mean, how many more times are you going to see Chucky stab somebody or, just really didn't seem like it really had a point. And I think this was almost the only way you could go with the franchise. Now again, if you don't like this movie, that's fine, or if you do like this movie, that's fine. I'm kind of in the middle. I do like the movie at least better than Seed of Chucky, which I despise Seed of Chucky. Don't really care for that movie at all. Um, but this movie was able to make me laugh. Of course, you got a new actress, Jennifer Tilly, who plays Tiffany, who basically was this woman who was supposed to be engaged to Brad Dourif, uh, or Charles Lee Ray, I should say. And, yeah, I don't know if I believe that or not. It just seems a little far-fetched, I guess, because, I don't know, Brad Dourif looked kind of old and kind of not look like somebody who would be able to date someone like Jennifer Tilly, who I don't think she looks that bad, in my opinion. But I don't see him getting a busty blonde. You know, I don't see it. I'm sorry. I don't. I find that hard to believe. But regardless, that's how it is. Um, but at the end of Child's Play 3, of course, Chucky got chopped up in that fan, and basically at the beginning you just see her, and she finds the parts, I think, in a trash bag or something. I think she might have retrieved them from the police station. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but basically she gets a hold of the parts. She sews Chucky up back together. Of course, this is where he has his new look with the stitches on the face. And first kill that he does is to this like gothic guy. I don't remember what he's there for. If he was to like resurrect Chucky, I don't remember why he was there. But regardless, Chucky kills him or whatever. And Tiffany really likes Chucky and is glad that he's back and all that. And he's like, "Get me out of this body," or whatever. And I think she's supposed to figure out how to get him out of the body and perform a spell or whatever. And basically, it doesn't happen. I think she gets pissed off at him or something, or one or the other, and somehow Tiffany gets turned into a doll. Or she tries to do the effect and it reverses into a female doll. Or maybe it was Chucky who did that. I can't remember, but regardless, basically Jennifer Tilly's soul gets trapped in this bride doll. And of course, she becomes Tiffany, the doll. And basically then it follows these other kids in the story, and I think they're going somewhere, and then Chucky and Tiffany like hijack their car or whatever and says, "You're going to take us to this grave site where Charles Lee Ray is buried, and there's a medallion," and I think that's supposed to transfer their souls into these two characters that they meet up with. And I guess that's pretty much what it's about. I know this video is going to go a little longer than the others. I apologize. And I apologize for me being a little monotone here, but it's 2 a.m. doing these videos, and I've done these one after another, so I do apologize if it's a little boring. Just try and bear with it. It won't be much longer. Um, but regardless, that's pretty much how the film is. Um, and, I won't spoil the ending, but I really didn't care for the ending that much. But I do remember this movie making me laugh. Of course, when they're, getting it on, she's like, "Did you bring a rubber?" And he's like, "Tiff, look at me. I'm all rubber." I just thought that was a real funny line. Really always liked that line. Just thought it was funny. And there's one where he's crawling around, and I think this guy sees him, and Chucky flips him off. He's like, rude fucking doll, man. Just like that line. It was a funny movie. And of course, this was directed by Ronny Yu, the guy who did Freddy vs. Jason, which I remember I liked when I first saw it, but nowadays, and seeing people's complaints of the film, I understand why. This movie, not so much, because this movie kind of has to be goofy, you know, because you can't really make the child or the killer doll thing scary, just doesn't really work in my opinion, you know. And I think the franchise would have just got real stale. It would have turned into like a Friday the 13th, but worse, because at least Friday the 13th has some fan service and some good kills. With these movies not being body count movies, they're really just going off the scare, or the thrill, or whatever. It's just, I think this was about the only way they could go. Um, that is, I would like it if they kept it to be funny. So, with Seed of Chucky, it's not really that funny, and I'll get into that whenever I get to that video. Um, the only other disappointing thing I don't like about this, and it's not the movie's fault, but it is disappointing to see. You see a death scene with John Ritter, who is no longer with us, and it's just kind of disturbing to see a death scene with somebody who's passed away. Just doesn't really sit well, and that's one scene I really don't care for. But overall, the movie's not bad. I do enjoy it, but I only enjoy it like a 2 or 2.5 out of 5 if I were to give it a rating. Um, but I do enjoy the movie because it did make me laugh. Um, the ending I'm not too crazy about, but it is what it is. But overall, Jennifer Tilly, I don't think she's that annoying. Granted, I don't like her in Seed of Chucky, which I don't like Seed of Chucky to begin with, and we'll get to that one next. So, I think it's about time to wrap this one up. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and we'll see you for the rest of the Chucky films. Seed of Chucky, which isn't going to be a pretty one, because I really don't care for that movie. So, we'll talk about that one next. Thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Peace.